Okay, so Death to Smoochy, it starts off with a is this movie considered a musical? Because I feel like in a lot of ways it should be. If A Knight's Tale is considered a musical, then Death to Smoochy makes sense.
The ratio of music to dialogue definitely checks out. It's borderline musical at the least.
It starts out with Rainbow Randolph doing a song and dance number for a bunch of kids and it being like, cool, so Robin Williams is in a kids movie again. Fucking perfect. It all makes sense until he's in a bar, like this weird bar. He's just drinking his ass off, and like some fucking people come in. And they're like, "Hey, you're gonna put my son in the show in the front. He's gonna sit on the casting couch, right? My son, here's all this money. Do you want your little booger eater on my show?" And the wife is like, "Yes." Then don't tell me how to do my business. And he stands up and he walks out with a bag of money. And apparently this is an FBI sting. There's a big controversy over Kidsnet, the network. So he gets canned. Then you see Jon Stewart for the first time in the film. And by the way, we can pull it up. It's going to be right here. The first time you see Jon Stewart, this is the worst fucking camera angle I have ever seen in my motherfucking life.
No, they were appreciating the haircut.
Awful haircut. Anyway, moving off. They're like, so what do we have to do? We got to replace this motherfucking guy. And the network executive heads are like, it's got to be somebody squeaky clean. They're like, so what are we going to do? We can pick this dude? No, he's a heroin addict. What about this dude? No, he beats his wife. What about Sheldon Mopes? She meets Sheldon at a methadone clinic where he's playing like show tunes for heroin addicts, which he's the most excited person in the room.
It's that alfalfa juice.
It's the alfalfa.
Blast off.
Okay, so Nora Wells approaches Sheldon to do a show, and he's like, "Me? Are you sure? I mean, I had to work pretty hard to get this methadone clinic job. There are like 3 other dudes in the running for it, and blah, 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 blah. They're going to take Smoochy the Rhino and make him a TV show." So the show takes off. It's a pretty big hit from the get-go. Danny DeVito plays Burke, Smoochy's agent. Then Robin Williams' character comes like back in there somewhere, and he's trying to sabotage this show because he feels like he got f***ed. And to be quite honest, he kind of did get f***ed. He tries to thwart Smoochy's whatever Magic Fun Time show a few different ways. In the best way, Randolph sneaks into the back of the props room, and there's like magic cookie time, and that's like a big deal on this show.
Whatever the that means, you peasant.
He replaces whatever cookies are in there with like cookies that are shaped like dicks, and the bag of cookies comes down from the ceiling. It looks like Owen Hart, but like not dead, and there's just like coming out of it, and he pulls out a cookie. Edward pulls out a cookie. He's like, "It's a oh shit, how is he gonna recover from this? There's a bunch of kids around." And he's like, "It's a rocket ship," and he just plays it off. And then Robin Williams comes out of nowhere. "What are you, blind? It's a cock. It's not a rocket, you dumb. It's a cock. It's a cock and balls, a dick, chorizo and huevos. It's a big stiffy. It's a penis. Penis Maximus, a willy, a weenie, Mr. Jiggle Daddy, the one-eyed wonder weasel. Don't you see that? It's Jimmy and the twins. Rumple foreskin. He made this. It's made from dildo."
It's made from dildo. That's the icing on top of the cock cookie.
Sheldon was in a bar. That's when in comes Spinner Dunn. Spinner Dunn is like this punch-drunk boxer played by Uncle Jackie.
I'm Spinner.
His cousin is a mob, like an Irish mob boss, Tommy Cotter. Basically, the Irish mob's like, "Yo, can you, Spinner loves the show that you do. Like, can you put him in a show?" And he's like, Moving forward, Sheldon gets told about something about an ice show. So he's approached by Merv Green, who has a corrupt charity. "We take a little off the top. You do the show. We make the money, and nobody dies." Edward Norton's character was like, "Nah, f*** you. You better get some skates." Randolph comes back, and he's back with a vengeance this time. He somehow gets Sheldon into a car to go. I think Sheldon believes he's going to like a big event for children. I forget exactly what it is. Sheldon gets on stage and like blinding ass key lights, just way too strong. The room's way too dark. So he's like, "Yo, can we turn down this key light? I'm trying to like interact with my friends here." They turn down the key light and they turn on the house light. Hail Smoochy. He's at a Nazi rally. The Nazi flag drops behind him, and he's just like, "What the is this?" So the network axes Smoochy because they think he's a Nazi. That's when Rudolph decides he's going to go to Nora's place and try to plead his case to get his job back. Because that's really all this is about to him. He just wants his job back. He's not in the best mental state. We had fun, didn't we? I think I might love you. We had fun back in the day.
Oh, I'm still in love with you, Nora.
He says something. Randolph says something in that exchange with Nora that like leads her to believe that Sheldon wasn't lying about being set up. So Tommy takes it upon herself to go to Randolph's place. They finally get Randolph to admit to what he had done. All right, you spud sucking I'm suing your Riverdance ass. And when Smoochy comes back, that's when Sheldon gets to Nora. And so Sheldon and Nora so they have sex. Green, who is the shady dude from the charity, and Burke, who is his agent, decide that they're going to try to kill Sheldon because apparently Burke is in on the whole ice charity, like scapades, whatever you want to call it. During the rehearsals of the ice show, they hit people. They kill Spinner instead. Pop, 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 and kills him. Well, Tommy doesn't take this lightly. When she figures it out, she has Merv's men killed. Jimmy, tell him about the one where the worthless prick got his head chopped off with an axe. Randolph goes to Sheldon's penthouse apartment. They're having a conversation about blah, 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 blah. Randolph is like, we used to to Nora, and then Sheldon's like, but Nora. Hey, Randolph, you want to stay at my place while you figure out why you're depressed? And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll just stay here since I'm like basically homeless. It's the night of the big event. There are a lot of kids and a lot of junkies out there who are counting on me. Everything's gonna be happy-go-lucky, right? Well, no. They've hired a hitman. Randolph realizes that, oh, they're gonna try to kill him. If they haven't already killed him yet, they're gonna try again. So he like hauls ass to the Ice Capade show. Buggy's up in the like weird sniper's den booth thing, eating a pretzel, and he's really pissed off. There's no salt on these pretzels. So he's sitting up there. He's like trying to like sniper fire thing, whatever. And that's when Randolph confronts him and gets in his face. And they're like in that weird like the Mufasa in the beginning of The Lion King, where it's just like that situation. Let go of me, you fucking junkie. I never saw Venice. What? Once Sheldon that realizes that Burke and Marion set him up for like the getting capped. How do you fail at killing somebody twice? At this point, Sheldon's had it, dude. He's like takes a gun out and he's just like putting it at Burke's head. And he's like, yo. And that's when the Irish mob shows up. Don't spoil yourself by killing this dude. Like, we'll do it for you happily. Don't worry about it. He'll get his. Well, and then that's kind of like basically the movie. I guess in closing, kids, if you're watching, I don't know, you shouldn't watch this if you're watching it. It's probably too fucking late now, but you can't change the world, but you can make a dent.
There it is. There it is. All right, and that's the fucking pitch. Brandon, man, hey, salute, man. That was awesome, brother. Yes.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.